All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Monday, 12:15 p.m., August 10th. I want to do a quick update on Bitcoin and altcoins. Okay. So this morning we saw a bit of a shakeout right here. We held the weekly open. If you've been watching my videos for a little while, you know that I always talk about weekly opens and monthly opens to be key markers that you want to be paying attention to find support and resistance in price action. In addition to that, VWAPs as well, big areas where you can find key support and resistance levels found on the VWAP structure. Okay, so for now, if we're looking on the 1 hour time frame, it seems like what we really did was we found support at the weekly open. We even broke through this descending trend line resistance right here, pushed up. However, what we really put in on the local timeframes is another lower high. Okay, now if that lower high kind of takes us to this 11,775 area, and we kind of come down here and start rolling back over, creating a rounded bottom, I personally think that this would be a good area to potentially long. And your stop could be either the weekly open down here, or it could be a little bit deeper around this area below this wick. Personally, I still think that Bitcoin is putting in a strong development of a bullish pattern. I've talked about this before. First of all, you have these ascending higher lows that you see right here. Obviously, if we ignore this wick, everything else is higher low from here on. Or even if we take this wick into account, everything else is higher lows from here. On the daily time frame structure, there is this triangle, and we could kind of look at this as a big bull flag with a triangle at the top, right? So we could kind of look at this, and we throw in a triangle, let's just say kind of like this. Again, I'm kind of just rough sketching this right here, right? So that is a triangle at the top of this big flagpole. If we simply do a measured move out of that, right? So we take the flagpole height, put this at the top of the breakout. Let's just say we get the breakout, today or tomorrow. That should take us to about a measured move target of about $14,500. Okay, that's a pretty substantial target in my opinion. I am expecting definitely that if we clear this high, this 12,163.5 high on BitMEX, we should be making it to 13,920. And I'm going to show y'all exactly why that's the key marker. So remember back here in June 2020, June 2019, we put in this high of $13,920. Okay. In my opinion, the close that we got yesterday, which was this weekly close, this is the highest close that we've gotten since way the heck back here, January 22nd, 2018. This substantially opens up targets to the upside. First target being, in my opinion, this 13,920 high. And then that measured move that I just showed you on the daily time frame should be about 14.5 or so. Okay. So I still think this is a bullish looking structure. On top of that, if you actually look at this area right here, okay, the sideways consolidation that we had, the fact that we broke out of this makes me realize that this could have been a reaccumulation structure. Okay. Personally, I don't really like to, say for sure that this was reaccumulation unless we take out a key lower high. So in this case, this was the all-time high. This was the most meaningful lower high that we've had on a weekly and a monthly basis. So that means once we get past this area, we could assume two things. Number one, this was definitely reaccumulation. And then this is the rise that we're getting out of the reaccumulation structure. Number two, you could also look at this from the Elliott wave count standpoint, right? So this could have been your one. This could have been your deep two. And the third wave, okay, if you guys are not familiar with Elliott waves, the third wave is often the most violent wave. It's typically the longest, but it's never the shortest wave, okay? So the third wave could very easily take us to 14,500, but it could also very easily take us to 20K or beyond, okay? But the caveat to that is you must clear this high. everything depends, in my opinion, on this high. Okay, if we clear this high and we start pushing up, then I would say with fair confidence that this could very well be that 1, 2, it could be a big 3-wave structure, 4 could be a quick pullback, and then 5 could obviously, take us much higher. And again, it's very hard to determine time in Elliott wave counts, but if we were assuming, say from a time basis, right, from this key low to this key high, we took about, 196 days, okay? Then from this key high to this key low, we took about 250 days. So from this key low to the next high, we should relatively take about the same amount of time span. So let's just say 225 days, right? Or 225, 224 days. So sometime in the middle of October. Again, this is just basic guessing of how Elliott wave counts work, with each wave having a similar time frame structure. Based on that, we could say from this key low to the next third wave high, we could expect that to happen somewhere around middle of October. All right, so that's kind of how I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. I still do believe that we're going to push higher. I am not at all really concerned about the local choppiness that we're seeing in the market. In my opinion, I still think this is a positive bullish triangle that's developing at the top. That target should take us, if we do break out 13,900, maybe even 14.5. And more often than not, we actually see that sometimes visible in the ETH charts as well, right? Sometimes ETH is the leader in the market. Okay, ETH will often give us that indication that either ETH will lead the market and Bitcoin will follow, or sometimes Bitcoin itself starts showing strength and then ETH will follow thereafter. Okay, and I think for now, ETH is doing the same thing. We have this big sort of flag pull right here, and we have a triangle or a pennant, being developed right at the top. Okay, so I think all things are positive on the front of ETH. I'm not sure if this screen is recording right now, but I'm just going to talk about Link. So in our community, we've been in a spot trade in Link from $8.39. So far, we're up, I think, like 55, 60% or so. Yeah, so we're up about 60%, still going pretty well. I do think Link was going to get a pullback, but I don't think it's going to be that deep of a pullback. Maybe like, I don't know, 1150, maybe 1050 at the most. And then I think it should be on its way back up. Let me see here. We're also in a Tezos trade. Tezos trade we entered around 308. Okay, so which was, let me see here, somewhere at the high of this structure. I'm sorry, right here. This is where we pretty much entered on this breakout, and then we pretty much held through all of this. And now we're sitting in pretty good profit from, there's it, 308, this area right here. So Tezos trade, we're up about 26%. Okay. So altcoins are doing well, Bitcoin is doing well. Now I think what we really need to see is just that Bitcoin needs to start, following through, right? We really need to start seeing Bitcoin breaking above this key high right here, 12,163. I think all systems should be go at least till 13,000 and possibly beyond. All right. If y'all like this content, hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment of your thoughts. Leave me a comment of what altcoins you're trading, if you're bullish or bearish, and let me know if I should be taking a look at anything else. All right. That's it, y'all. Take care. Cheers, and have a good rest of your day.